Michael Chandler reacts to Dana White shutting down the rumors of Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at the White House.
My reaction is we will see. We'll see. We'll see how this whole thing plays out. Obviously, nobody has any idea what the fights are going to be on the White House card. It is going to be the biggest card they've ever assembled, whether it be the biggest fights or obviously the biggest venue. And we'll see. Is that 100% how it's going to be? Me and Conor not fighting at the White House? I don't know. All I know is I can control what I can control, and that's me just doing exactly what I've been doing since day one, since I started the sport. So obviously, it's not encouraging. It's not great to hear. But I've also heard many things that were not encouraging that turned out to be not true or just flat out false. So we just keep on going, man, until the fights get announced, until Conor McGregor gets announced his next opponent, until I do or do not get announced as his next opponent, or do or do not get announced on being on the as being on the White House card. Until then, man, all we can do is just hope and pray and kind of see what happens.
Were you surprised to hear him say that?
No. I mean, you follow the sport. Whether that's what he's feeling that day or that's 100% what's going to happen. Don't know. So all I know is you can control the controllables in life, and just as I have been, just sitting in patience, not reacting to things, responding in due time. That was 5 days ago. Now this is my first public appearance, first time talking about it. Bunch of different other things being talked about, other opponents, people sliding their name in there on your show, and it turns out to be goofy stuff. So we'll see what happens.
In the same interview with Ariel Helwani, Michael Chandler also reacted to Paddy Pimblett, saying that he cheats in every fight. This is the clip of Paddy Pimblett.
Chandler's a proper nice fella, but in the cage he's a dirty bastard.
Chandler? Is he doing a few dirties as well?
I'm seeing the amount of punches in the back of the head Chandler does. Know what I mean? Back of the head punches, all Lannon, who calls miles. Tried to do that to Poirier, didn't he? And he bit him.
Did he?
Yeah, because he tried to do that.
You got to remember, it's
a
sport at the end of the day.
Yeah, he volleyed me in the balls. Yeah. Right up the middle. It was the most blatant one ever. I went to kick him and he just went up the middle, off. And like he said, he tried to teep me. It was like, come on, lad.
This was also Michael Chandler's reaction to that same clip.
Did I punch Paddy in the back of the head? Can't remember.
He says
he threw a kick at the exact same time and I kicked him in the balls. That happens in 26% of fights. So I mean, I'm not really that worried about it. Guys throw punches at the exact same time. Guys throw kicks in the exact same time. Me and Poirier have already buried the hatchet, and we explained what happened there with my fingers in his mouth. Yeah. I was reaching down to grab his chin. His mouth was open, so I grabbed his mouth guard instead of his chin. And when you're in there, you can't exactly see what's going on down there when you got someone's back. So things happen inside the cage, man. I don't really care what he says, and people don't really actually understand what the back of the head is either. So if you're catching the ear, it's not a back of the head shot. So I'm not really that worried about it, man. But thanks for bringing it up.
Fair.
Did I punch Paddy in the back of the head? Can't remember.
He says he tried to do that to Dustin Poirier and he bit him because he tried to do that eye pokes. He volleyed me in the balls right up the middle. It was the most blatant one ever. I went to kick him and he just went up to the middle. F off. Like he said, he tried to teep me. I was like, come on, lad.
So what? We threw a kick at the exact same time and I kicked him in the balls. That happens in 26% of fights. So I mean, I'm not really that worried about it. Guys throw punches at the exact same time. Guys throw kicks in the exact same time. Me and Poirier have already buried the hatchet, and we explained what happened there with my fingers in his mouth. Yeah. I was reaching down to grab his chin. His mouth was open, so I grabbed his mouth guard instead of his chin. And when you're in there, you can't exactly see what's going on down there when you got someone's back. So things happen inside the cage, man. I don't really care what he says, and people don't really actually understand what the back of the head is either. So if you're catching the ear, it's not a back of the head shot. So I'm not really that worried about it, man. But thanks for bringing it up.
Justin Gaethje says that his pay is still the same despite the UFC's new deal with Paramount.
And to this day, everyone's, I hear Daniel Cormier saying that everybody's going to get paid more on this card. I'm not getting $1 more than I would have if this deal did not happen.
In the same press conference, Justin Gaethje says that he's willing to fight the winner of Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira if Ilia Topuria doesn't come back on time.
Prefer him in June, because June is when I want to fight on the White House card. If he's not ready, then I want the winner of the Oliveira and Holloway fight.
In an interview, Paddy Pimblett said that he believes that Arman Tsarukyan is copying him with the new food blogs on Instagram.
Just he's trying to copy me, isn't he? He's trying to be me on social media, going around eating burgers and pizza and that. Stick to your caviar, lad. You know what I mean? You eat caviar, you posh little Stick to eating that.
Yeah.
Paddy Pimblett also said that he's going to leave Justin Gaethje in a different physical condition.
He won't be physically the same after this fight. I will. I'll be exactly the same. I'm going to put a beat down on him like he's never received.
In an interview, Dana White reacted to people saying that the UFC has become too political because of the new UFC White House event.
Do you think you'll have any issues getting fighters there? I know some fighters have raised some questions about whether this event will be too political or have too many political overtones.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it would be too political other than it's at the White House. You know, no matter how, listen, if you look back throughout history, I think George Bush was a big baseball fan, Obama was an NBA fan, and Trump is a UFC fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that any of those guys being fans made any sport too political.
And there's also apparently been a rumor that Dana White's School for Boxing is going to sign Alexander Usyk. Yeah, you heard that right. And today, Dana White was asked about that rumor.
Today there were reports that Zoo for Boxing is in talks with Alexander Usyk. I'm curious if those are true reports.
We're talking to everybody that we think are the most talented people in the world or have the potential to be the most talented people in the world.
And that's all I have for today. And let me know what you guys think of this longer format. I usually do shorts, but sometimes there's so much news that I'm not able to fit everything into one short. So, but here it is. See you guys tomorrow.